Good morning. We're out here at the Orvis shooting grounds at Pursell Farms in Alabama, and I'm testing out a gun that's new to me, one of their loaner guns. They've got some pretty sweet loaner guns out here. These are the Caesar Guerini's. It's a 20 gauge, and also testing out some of the elite target loads by Kent. So thought I'd just share with you kind of what I go through when I pick up a gun that I haven't shot before, what that process is, because as you probably well know, every shotgun feels a little different, mounts a little different, acts a little different. They're all their own beasts, and I've carried the same gun hunting for probably close to a decade, maybe longer now. So this isn't my standard gun. And when you visit different places and you may not have your own gear, the good thing to do is on their loaner guns is to see how it fits you in comparison to what your normal carry gun is. So what I'll normally do when I pick up a gun that's new to me is, this one feels fairly similar in the grip to my standard carry gun. Feels weight-wise fairly similar as well. So at least I've got those two things going for me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount the shotgun, and then I'm going to close my off eye and see what that rib looks like, or the bead looks like, based on my mount. So I mount that gun and I close my off eye, and really all I want to see is the bead. I want to see it flat. I don't want to see a rib. My standard mistake, if you will, when I pick up a shotgun or a gun that's new to me, is I tend to look over top. I don't mount the gun high enough, and so I'm seeing a lot of rib and then shooting over top of targets, and that's kind of my standard new gun mistake. So before I ever get to shooting any clays, what I want to do is I want to mount this gun and just get used to the feel of it. You'll also notice that today, even though I'm shooting clays, I'm not using a trap shooting vest or a shell bag, which makes it nicer to kind of walk around. But the truth is, the way I shoot sporting clays or clays in general is I want to practice like I play. So with that in mind, I've got my standard vest on today, so that when I'm out here shooting, that gun mount and everything I'm doing is really in practice and preparation for actually hunting birds. Because believe it or not, that area on your shoulder, whatever vest you're wearing, that can impact your mount. So let me show you what that looks like straight on, if you will, just so you can see. I'm closing my off eye. Normally I'll obviously leave both eyes open. That's for hunting and for shooting. But when I'm practicing this mount on a new gun, what I'm doing is I'm just mounting the gun like I always would, and then I close my off eye just to see that I'm getting that gun up and in the right position, and what it feels like to be in that position. About probably 90% of the game out there when you're hunting birds is that mount. And an incorrect mount when you're hunting, because obviously you're going to be walking, and hopefully you've got a working dog, but you don't necessarily know where that bird's gonna go, and inevitably you need to know where your gun's pointing, even if you have a bad mount. But practicing that mount and then being able to swing to the bird is probably 90% of the game out there in the field. Anyways, I'm out here trapping by myself, shooting this morning. It's a great day here in Alabama. Wonderful weather, probably 60 degrees, and the sun's starting to come out. And most of us will be relegated to shooting clays here pretty soon, because the seasons are pretty well shut down throughout most of the country. So I don't know what the station is. I'm just trapping for myself, so I've got it on delay. For those of you who don't know, you can set the traps up to delay, so you can go out and practice by yourself. You don't necessarily need somebody with you. So we've got a left-right. Whew, that's a long delay on that one. And then a standard going away shot. We'll give it a try. behind. I was behind on both those. It takes a little getting used to a new gun, especially somebody if you're used to shooting the same gun like I am. Whenever you pick up a new gun, don't get frustrated with that. You got to get used to kind of the way it feels and the way it shoots. I shot over top of that first one, and the second one I was behind. Better on that second one. These delays, the other thing it does is, I mean, you can set them from 1 to 6 seconds on these particular traps. Other traps may be different, but it actually is a little bit surprising. You'll also notice that I'm starting low gun. I always do that when I'm shooting clays. I don't even start in a ready position. I want to make sure that it feels like it replicates what I'm going to be doing in the field. So we'll give it one more run. Keep shooting over top of that one. And behind on that one. All right, one more time. A little bit better. I don't know what my problem is with that first one, but we're going to give it a run until we break it. That first shot is so contrary to what most upland guys are going to see because it's coming at you. I understand that's more of a duck hunting shot, but in some regards feels unnatural to me. So I'm going, all right, what am I doing? What am I doing? And sometimes you just got to stop thinking about it and just shoot. I figured it out on that one on the second shot. I'm overlaying it a little bit. So there you have it. I'm gonna keep shooting here today. Obviously, guys should be following us. If you're not on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it's Ultimate Upland all the time. Maybe I'll share some more tips if they come to me. And maybe we'll keep breaking some more clays.